Good morning, everybody. I just wanted to give everybody a hello. How are you doing? Give me 1 second here, guys. I'm going to set you down for a minute. All right. So what we're going to be doing right now is we're going to be heading over by the Philippine Mars, guys. We're between hangar 4 and 5, and what we're doing is we're going to kind of come in at or by Sophia, and of course there's Miss Sophia right there. We're going to walk toward the Philippine Mars. Now, the Philippine Mars does not look like anything's been done to her. Looks like they've buttoned her up a little bit. So check it out. We'll check it out here in a minute. See, there's Sophia right there. There's all the heavies, the test bed, all that good stuff. I appreciate everybody. Hello, Troy. How are you doing? Let me turn on the chat here. I can see the chat, but it's not the chat that I want to see. All right. So we're walking here, walking past some of the good aircraft, the Gulfstream, the Raytheon test bed, the CBP AWACS plane, the YC-14, Albatross, all that good stuff. So there she is, guys. She looks like that they've put some of the cowlings on. It looks like the wing box root, wing root box cover maybe on. It's a little windy today, guys. My apologies, but it's actually cooling down for me to live stream today, so that's pretty cool. So apparently the night ops is going to have another viewing on each of the night ops for the Philippine Mars. So that's pretty cool. You'll be able to have another couple chances to see her. Looks like they buttoned the engines up. I'll show you guys here in a second. We're walking over here. Of course, there's the restoration hangar again. You guys saw that last weekend. You've been seeing it on every live. Yeah, it does look like they've got the. They're still working on the ailerons and the flaps, but it looks to me like they've got the covers on the engines. That's pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and actually I'm going to go over here. So yeah. Now, as many of you saw last weekend, the Philippine Mars was open to the public. All right, so there we go. I'm going to try to zoom in really, really close so you guys can see. Doesn't look like the ailerons are on. Doesn't look like the flaps are still on. It looks like they're getting them prepped though. But there she is. Looks like they've got the center wing box cover on the sides actually on, but not the top panel. There's the engines there. Looks like we have them moving out a generator of some kind. Now over here, you will see the all the empennages and things like that, the flaps, the ailerons, all that good stuff, the pontoons. Looks like they're getting them staged. It looks like they didn't have all of these here when I was last week. So I'm pretty sure what they're going to do is they're going to start working on all the control surfaces this week or next week, whichever the case may be. But there's a good girl right there. Excuse me. Wind blowing, it's kind of dusty a little bit. I'm very proud that this museum has gotten one of the Mars water bombers, because it shows the resilience of the firefighting industry as well as the people who took care of her. And this is the proof that the firefighting industry takes care of their equipment. Now, I don't know if anybody noticed, but Coulson got some new aircraft, some new C-130s. They got another 737, I believe. Guys can see the dust devils there. It's pretty dusty. We haven't had any rain for quite a while. Good to see you, Tori. Thank you for joining us. But there she is, guys. She still hasn't. I think what they're doing is internal stuff. They're actually reattaching pieces of equipment, control surfaces, things of that nature. They're trying to get all the linkages back together and what have you. So it ought to be, like I said, I'm actually thinking it might be a little bit more than a week or two. I was actually kind of speculating on what's going on, but like I said, the other entity is actually saying it's going to be a little bit more time, I believe. Now, when she comes out on display, that's going to be one heck of a ceremony, and I hopefully plan on being here for that, and then bringing it live to you guys. It's nice. As the title of the video says, we can rebuild her. We have the technology. Tori, I think I saw you over here. I think I saw you over. I was the one with the pistol grip in my hand. It looked like I had a gun with me live streaming. I also took photographs too. Yeah, I've actually been inside the Philllipine Mars. I've got that video. I've got videos. I got a video of the Philllipine Mars actually coming up that I've been working on. I've had a lot of nice people. Actually send me videos, pictures, things like that. They're all going to get credit for whatever I use. And I appreciate everybody's help on this video. It's going to be one heck of a video. It's going to be something that it's going to be like a tribute to these bombers, water bombers. You know, it's amazing. You know, if you look back at the spruce goose, for example, the spruce goose was gigantic. You can actually walk inside, or not walk inside, but you can crawl through the wings. I've actually been inside the spruce goose. It's massive. This is about maybe, I think, a quarter or half the size of the spruce goose. I think it's more like a quarter size, but it's kind of neat. But there you're seeing all the work being done right there. We've got a generator truck over there. We got two guys on the scissor lift over there. We're just going to see what's going on. They got the lights for night work if they want to do night work. Yep, yep, Justin, just not good. Yeah, exactly, exactly. The Dornier had it. So did Martin Mariner, I believe. Martin Mariner had limited access to the wings. You could open a door inside and actually look inside to see if everything was copacetic. You know, quite interesting the way this is being put together. It's interesting, very interesting. Like I said, we'll probably do a 35 to 40-minute video or live stream today, so that way we can you can get an idea of what progress they're making. You know, it's really, it's amazing. Yeah, just not good. It's hard to believe, hard to imagine such a large aircraft. And when I went inside the Philippine Mars up at Lake Pleasant, the aircraft itself is almost 3 stories. I got to go up inside the tail. I know the only other aircraft that I know of that has access just to the tail inside is the C-5 Galaxy. C-5 Galaxy has a big, long staircase where people can open up the hatch on the top of the T-tail. It's amazing. It's actually funny. Because sometimes at the air shows you can see them actually sitting on top of the T-tail. That's funny. But you guys are seeing this live and in person, so I mean, those that are watching live, I should say. Now, those 2 aircraft over there are the Havillands, and those are going to be used for a NASA project. They're going to be transported out of here to NASA for the electric aircraft program. They've already started the electric aircraft engine program. It's really, really interesting. They would decide to store it here. Now, just so everybody knows, Castle Air Museum has got an aircraft that was brought over from the boneyard called the Black Bunny F4S. It was VX1. It was all black. It had a black bunny patch on the tail. It was used for testing and evaluation over at China Lake and things like that. It was actually parked right there. Right there. Right where that scissor lift is. So, yeah. So this is where they actually kind of store. They had the caribous over here, which are over there now. The caribous are over there, but they were right here. And they basically leveled this whole area just for the Philippine Mars. Because the last time I was here, before all of this, this was never done. This was never all had foliage and weeds and trees like that. It kind of looked like that. It was all full. It was actually like that, more or less. So, yeah, amazing. We got folks coming behind me here that are going to be coming to look at the Philippine Mars, so it's going to be quite the show to see people gawk at this airplane. It's interesting. She's big, guys. And literally, the whole video, this whole thing does not do the plane justice on size. When you're up close to it, it's massive. And those stairs right there on the side is where you enter, or you can enter on the other side. There's on the other side where there's a spot on the nose right there. You look. But mainly, a lot of people would enter through that hatch right there on the side. That's where I entered. I was able to see pretty much everything before she was torn down. And on Saturday, I was able to take photographs of the joints of the Philllipine Mars, and she still had some of the orange paint that she had when she was with Coulson. It's pretty awesome. Wow, this wind was kicking up badly. So let's run over here. Let's take a look outside and see if we can't see anything else. All right, there we go. A little bit of a side view there for you guys. I'll zoom in a little bit further so you can see more detail. The yellow hose is for ventilation. They're trying to ventilate inside so it doesn't get so hot. All right, just not good. I can always make you run, throw a firecracker at you or something. That'll make you run. It's amazing. Now I could prolong this live stream and take you guys inside and look at do the comparison with the Martin Mariner. If you guys want to do that. If you want to do that, just let me know in the chat and I'll do it. But you've seen the Philllipine Mars. If you want to see the Martin Mariner, just say yes or no in the chat, or, you know, we'll see what happens. But there she is. This is what's been done on her. See, they got the scissor lift up there looking at the engine number 4. I guess they're trying to finish buttoning her up and things like that. Actually, they don't have the covers on, it looks like. Interesting. Maybe they took a little break from doing any reconstruction on her. Quite interesting. That box right there that you see next to that SUV is storage for a lot of their work materials for the plane. Now, when we were there, we saw, here, I'll show you guys. Right about there was where the that's where the cowlings were. I can't see from here if they're still there. I don't think they are. Looking at it. So I tell you what, we're going to walk inside and we're going to go see the Martin Mariner here in a few minutes. You're going to see how nice it looks compared to this aircraft. All right. So we're gonna walk over here, guys. We're gonna check out, see if we can get another side shot of her. See what we can do here. There we go. I moved because there's a lot of people coming in, so it's okay. We're gonna move so they can see Philllipine Mars. But There, right there, guys, is a good nice shot of her. The next night ops that they have, I'm gonna go to it as well, so I can actually get up close shots of her again. We'll do the live stream there too. So, all right. So, anybody fancy me going into the Martin Mariner, where the Martin Mariner is? Say hi. No, I'm just kidding. I was kind of like, I'm going to do it probably anyway. I'm going to stand under this guy here, where there's shade. But then it looks kind of weird. She's behind. Looks like a wild animal in the back. She looks like a wild animal. Look over there, the Martin Mars. No, I'm just kidding. Look over there, the Martin Mars. Kind of looks like she's out on a safari somewhere. That's funny. But we're gonna look over this way as well. As you can see, they leveled a lot of this so they could bring it out. They've kind of flattened it out to where when they bring her in for display, they're going to bring her through the gate that you saw last week. So, but as you can see, we have all of the extra parts and things like that. So she really hasn't had anything done to her, unless they're just working on the interior of her. I don't know. Who knows? All right. So that's it for the Mars for right now. We are gonna actually, yeah, we can walk. We're gonna walk inside, check out the Martin Mariner. So you guys we're gonna walk underneath this guy here. There's a lot of wind today. A lot of wind. It's crazy. Of course, you see balls 3 again. Sophia, we're going to walk past. We're going to walk toward where we need to go. We're going to get you one last look at the Philllipine Mars for right now. There she is. Okay, so we're going to go check out another Martin product. Glen Martin Company. Of course, we're gonna go check out the Martin Mariner, but we have to walk over there, so you're gonna be walking with me. Tell you one thing, I can't wait for the new arrivals. There's new arrivals that I know that are coming here, and one of them is going to be very, very, very huge. Very, very huge. So, yeah. I'm going to zoom out completely so everybody can see everything. We're going to walk through Hangar 3 here at Pima so we can get to the Martin Mariner. Now, the Martin Mariner, guys, is something else. I'm going to get in the shade here because it's getting a little bit warm. You see, this is Hangar 5 that I'm walking past. We're right next to the Boeing MB-52, balls 3. All right. So we're going to walk to the hangar, probably. We're going to walk across the bridge over here. We have to walk through Hangar 1. We're going to walk through Hangar 1 here to see the Martin Mariner. I got to walk to hangar 1. Excuse me. Boy, I tell you what, if you come to the Philllipine Museum during the summertime, drink a lot of water. I tell you. Wow. By the way, they do have vending machines, so you can get the vending done. Get water, get Gatorade, whatever you want. So what we're doing, for those that have just joined us, we're walking toward the Martin Mariner. We've already seen the Philllipine Mars. Not much has been done to her, unfortunately. But I believe what they're doing is they're working on internal workings of the aircraft. So nothing real exterior has been done since last week. So, all right. I'm gonna walk across the bridge here. The bridge across the wash. We're over there. But you guys will enjoy it. Man, it's warm today. So we're going into hangar 3 where the Corsair, the B-29, well, no, not B-29, but the Corsair is behind me. Or where the B-24 is, excuse me. There we go. There we go. Russian IL-2 Sturmovik. Buzz bomb. There's some interesting stories about this V1 buzz bomb. By Bob Poole and his associates over at his company, and was sent to, it was actually picked up by a Canadian museum, military museum, and it was reconditioned by Bob Poole. Bob Poole is a nice guy. Bob, if you're watching, there you go. Bob was actually here about a month ago. Okay. Anybody want a biplane? There you go. Yeah. Now we're going to be walking out toward the airfield, is what they call it here at Pima. As I said in one of the live streams, we have a camera, a live stream camera on Pima, the Pima Museum's website, that goes through all of this. You can actually see part of the restoration hangar and what they have there. It's quite interesting. Of course, we have our lovely F-15, F-4, F-105 Thunder Chiefs, all this good stuff. We have one of the most complete Harrier collections in the world. And I'll show you here in a minute, if I can, while we're walking through the Martin Mariner. We might go a little bit longer, guys. I don't know yet. All depends on how we look. There's where we're going to be going in, but I do want to show you. Of course, now you can hear the train out in the background. All right. Where Blue Angel 6 is right there. Yes, we have a Blue Angel jet. We have a couple of them. We have a F-11F Tiger and the F-18 Legacy Hornet. We also have those two aircraft. The first one was just brought in to Pima. And right behind that is an entire collection of Harriers. Oh boy. I've never seen so many Harriers in one spot. And it's in a museum. All right. So we're going to go into the door here. All right. Actually, the museum has got a lot of stuff. And when you do come here, you're gonna have to be here for at least 2 days. Yeah, mess around and find out. There you go. Okay, right here. That's the 30 millimeter. Let's take a look at the. There you go, guys. 30 millimeter. The merry-go-round range, yeah. All right, guys. There's our XR-71 that we lovingly have put indoors. Plus the drone. It's a heck of a walk, though, I tell you. Got all kinds of neat stuff. Drones. We got guns. I mean, you name it. The F-107. This was one of two or one of three. One, I believe, crashed. The other one's in the national. I believe in the. I actually did a walk. We did a walk around on the channel of this aircraft. It's pretty cool. All right. Forget that. There we go. There is the Martin Mariner, guys. This is the Philllipine Mars' little brother. This is not a true seaplane. Look at the size of those wheel wells. And of course, right there is a peephole. Peephole. Kind of interesting. Peephole. Talk about a peeping Tom. All right, so there's another one over here. A piece of one of the Martin Mariners. They recovered this. Look at that. Of course, now I'm going to show you guys something kind of cool. Oh boy, what is that? What does that look like to you? That's the Mars. They actually have a display for firefighting over here. That's really neat. And then, of course, they have all that. I assume what they're going to do is they're going to put a display for the Mars aircraft for firefighting. So those of you that have memorabilia for the Philllipine Mars and for the Hawaii Mars, send it on into Pima, because they do nice, really nice displays such as this. Of course, there's the back of the Mariner. Man, look at that. Now, a lot of you have been talking about, are they going to be able to fit it right next to it? Those of you in the Mars group who are watching, are they really going to try to put it next to her? They'd have to move half these aircraft out of here in order to fit them. She does look good, because this is the only remaining example, I believe. DBM 5A, Martin Mariner. Cool, huh? Now this one we can get up close to. Amazing how age has really gotten to this plane. And the restoration of it is really awesome. It's kind of what the Philllipine Mars has a little bit. This is kind of construction. Same kind of construction almost. There's, of course, if we look back here, we can see the same type of hull design. Okay. But there's one thing that the Philippine Mars has, which is the water line. I want to see them. Just go to the Mars page if you on Facebook. Mars Darren water bombers. These are all the seaplanes. Now, if we look at the pontoons of this guy, imagine that. The Philippine Mars doesn't have anything like this. It has pontoons, but it's not mounted like that. Quite cool. And of course, that twin tail design came out before the Philippine Mars or during the Philippine Mars. Interesting. Anyway, there you have it. This is all their seaplanes. Well, most of them anyway. She does look really good. She does look really good. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it for this week. We're bringing you live from the Philllipine Space Museum, and we're sitting here with the Martin Mariner. And you've already seen the Philippine Mars. Philippine Mars is not much going on with her. She's got probably interior work being done on her to put it back together. So you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon, and keep God's chariots flying. Talk to you later, guys. See you next week.